I just had a meeting with a homeowner who was really excited about listing their house. They said, Nicole, we're ready. Let's stage the house and get it on the market next week. I love their enthusiasm. I really do. But the truth is, staging a home properly usually doesn't happen in just 1 week. There's preparation involved. And that's actually what I want to talk about today. In this video, I want to walk through how staging really works and what buyers actually notice, and a few mistakes homeowners often make when preparing their home for the market. Because staging isn't just about making a home look nice. It's really about helping buyers imagine themselves living there. Hi, I'm Nicole Mok, a real estate advisor in the Greater Princeton area. On this channel, I share practical insights about buying and selling homes in Princeton and its surrounding towns, so you can make thoughtful real estate decisions with confidence. So let's start with something that surprises many homeowners. When we stage a home, we're not decorating it. Decorating and staging are actually very different things. Decorating is personal. Staging is strategic. When you decorate your home, you're creating a space that reflects your personality, your memories, and the things you enjoy. Maybe you have family photos on the wall, your children's artwork, souvenirs from your vacation trips, or decorations you have collected over the years. That's exactly how a home should feel when you are living in it. But when you are preparing a home for sale, the goal shifts a little bit. Now we're presenting the home in the best way possible for buyers. We want the space to feel calm, open, and easy for someone else to imagine themselves living there. One of the first things we usually do when staging a home is depersonalize the space. And this can actually be one of the hardest steps for homeowners. But it's important. That means removing things like family photos, awards, certificates, and other very personal items. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but because when buyers walk into a home, we want them to imagine their own life there. If the walls are filled with someone else's memories, it becomes harder for the buyers to picture themselves in that space. So one simple guideline is this: if something strongly reflects the current owner's identity, it's usually best to pack it away while the home is on the market. The next step is something everyone has heard before, but is often underestimated, and that is decluttering. When preparing a home for sale, I often recommend removing about 20 to 30% of the items in each room, sometimes even more. That might mean clearing off countertops, reducing decorative items, or even removing an extra chair or table. The reason is simple. When a room has too many things in it, it can make the space feel smaller than it actually is. But when the room is simplified, buyers start to notice the space, the light, the layout. So if you walk through your house and think, wow, this feels a little empty, you're probably getting close to the right balance. If you find this helpful, feel free to subscribe. I share videos like this regularly about the Princeton area housing market and the tips for homeowners preparing to buy or sell. Another important part of staging is neutralizing the space. You might love bold paint colors or very distinctive decor, and that's perfectly fine when you are living in a home. But when selling, neutral tones tend to work best because they appeal to the widest group of buyers. Soft whites, light beiges, gentle grays. These colors tend to photograph beautifully and help the home feel bright and welcoming. It's very similar to what you might see in a model home. The goal isn't to impress buyers with bold design choices. The goal is to create a space where buyers can easily imagine their own furniture and a lifestyle fitting in. There are also a few small staging details that can make surprisingly big difference. For example, bedding and the towels. White or neutral linens tend to photograph very well and make a room feel clean and calm. Bathrooms can feel almost spa-like with matching towels and a clear countertop. Plants are another nice touch. Adding a bit of greenery brings life into the room and softens the space. And even simple things like grouping a few decorative items together can help a room feel balanced and intentional. These details might seem small, but they can have a big impact when buyers are looking at photos online. And that brings us to something really important. For most buyers today, the first showing happens online. People scroll through listings, photos, and the videos long before they ever step into a home. If a property photographs beautifully, it tends to attract more attention, more showings, and often stronger offers. But if the photo feels cluttered or distracting, buyers may simply scroll past the listing. That's why staging isn't just about aesthetic, it's about presenting the home in the best possible way for marketing. So when it comes to staging your home before selling, a few things tend to make the biggest difference. Depersonalizing the space so buyers can imagine themselves living there. Decluttering so the room feels larger and more open. Neutralizing colors so home appeals to a wide audience. And paying attention to small details that help the home photograph beautifully. When these steps are done thoughtfully, they can make a meaningful difference in how buyers respond to the home. If you are thinking about selling your home, but you're not sure whether you should sell first or buy first, that's actually a question many homeowners struggle with. You may find the next video helpful, where I walk through the pros and cons of both approaches. Thank you for watching. Real estate decisions aren't just about property. They are about the life you are building. I'm Nicole Mook, and I look forward to sharing expert guidance for the life you are building. I will see you in the next video.